This is your math gal, Julie Harland. Please visit my website at yourmathgal.com, where all of my videos are organized by topic. On this video, we solve and check the following two equations that contain fractions. All right, we're going to solve this equation that has some fractions in it. Remember, to eliminate fractions, multiply both sides of the equation by the least common denominator. So we have two denominators because 2 is a whole number, so that would just be 2 over 1. So if we look at 5 and 4, you have to determine the least common denominator, and that is 20. So I'm going to multiply everything on both sides of the equation by 20. So 20 times x over 5 minus 20 times x over 4. And don't forget to do it on the right-hand side of the equation. You always have to multiply the same number on both sides of the equation. And so 20 times 2. And then we see if anything cancels, and of course it will. That's the whole idea. We want things to cancel so we don't have any denominators anymore, or any fractions anymore. It's always a denominator of 1. So that goes in what? 4 times, right? 4 goes into 25 times. And there aren't any fractions here, so we just have 20 times 2. So this will give you 4 times x, 4x, minus 5x, equals 20 times 2 is 40. So now we have an equation without any fractions. So 4x minus 5x is negative 1x, or negative x. And then you could just take the opposite of both sides and say x is negative 40. If you're not used to that, you could think of this as a negative 1x equals 40 and divide both sides by negative 1. Same answer, you're going to get x equals negative 40. So this is what we got, right? And that means the solution, we hope, is negative 40. Now the only way to know for sure if that's correct is we have to check it. So we want to take the original problem and plug in negative 40 for x. I think we might have room to do it over here. Let's try. So we've got x over 5, so I'm going to check. X over 5 minus x over 4 equals 2. And we're plugging in negative 40 for x. So I've got negative 40. I'm going to put negative 40 for that x also. So let's see, I got the minus sign, 5, 4. Negative 40 divided by 5 is negative 8. Here we've got minus and negative, that's going to be plus, and 40 divided by 4 is 10. Negative 8 plus 10 is 2. And that's what we have on the right side, 2. So this checks, which means that is the correct solution. So negative 40 is the solution to this. I think we have time to do another one on this same video. All right, let's solve this problem. Again, we have fractions, so we want to determine the least common denominator. Now, you actually could find any common denominator, it's just you'll have smaller numbers if you find the least common denominator. So you have to figure out what that is, and that will be 30. That's the smallest number, 5, 6, and 2 all go into. So I'm going to multiply 30 to everything on both sides of the equation. So I have 30 times the x over 5 minus the 30 times the x over 6 equals the 30 times the 1/2. And then we cancel. The whole idea is if it doesn't cancel, you must not have picked a common denominator. Denominator means something this number goes into. So 5 goes into 36 times, 6 goes into 35 times, 2 goes into 15 times, and then be careful, don't lose it. You've got 6 times x here, so that's 6x minus 5x equals 15. Wow, that one wasn't hard. We got x equals 15. So our solution is 15 if we did this correctly. Always check your answers to make sure. So, original problem, x over 5 minus x over 6 equals 1/2. And we're plugging in 15 for x. So I have 15 over 5 minus 15 over 6. Now you want to reduce both of these. So 15 over 5 is 3. And 15 over 6, well, you could divide both the numerator and denominator by 3, so that'll be 5/2. Now you can get a common denominator to figure that out, or I like to think of 5/2 as 2.5, 3 minus 2.5, and that's okay to do it that way, or any way you want. Most people know 3 minus 2.5 is 1/2. So I did get the same number on both sides, which means this is the correct answer. Yay! And we're done. This is your math gal, Julie Harland. Please visit my website at yourmathgal.com, where all of my videos are organized by topic.